Okay, so I'm just going to kind of cut ahead here a couple of times as we go through this, mainly just because this is taking a little while. Let's see. So I'm trying to get my energy up. We're just hitting dawn. I'm going to say I'm fairly ahead of schedule, all things considered. Let's see. We're getting this. I'm working the teddy bear a bit, which I probably shouldn't be doing, working that. Should probably work the punishing bird a bit, because I know we need characters, we need stats. The problem is the power requirements are starting to kind of outpace my capability of managing. I mean, once these guys have been filled out, it won't be so bad. Escape information. Non-escaping entity. Okay. And it's flashing. Oh, there it is. Cheers for the beginning. Okay. So we've got to just mob this sucker. There we go. I'm normally a bit too careful here. But cheers for the beginning. Oh gosh, yeah, we definitely have to get down there. I wasn't even thinking about some of these things. Okay. Thing is, it's a relatively easy clown to kill. I think. These guys... Porcupus does escape now that I'm thinking about it. Okay. Well, we don't have to worry about THX. That one's super dead. Did they get it? No, it warped up. Okay, so in that case, you guys stay here. There goes that one. Okay. Because, yeah, having an escape at this point is going to go poorly for me. You guys actually go back over here. Because if those escape bad places, bad things. Okay, definitely need to raise the movement speed of my team. Where? What? Did you guys give up? Here. Did they get the other one? Dawn of Crimson. Okay. I think I just had to order the suppression. There we go. Where'd it go? Oh, it's up here. There we go. Okay. That could have gone poorly. Yeah, the more big bad ordeals we have to deal with, or the more, I guess, big bad anomalies that we've got, the worse this is going to be for me. And Problem Town. Our next one is a noon. Noon is not too bad. No, we don't want to do that one. We want to work these guys. Let's see. Do we have enough? We do. Because I believe it was attachment for you. And I haven't tested any of the other ones. But I'm pretty sure it's insight for this guy. Who needed? There we go. Eagery working that one. Alright, cool. Well, I guess tune in a little bit when everything goes wrong. Well, THX died. Why? I don't actually know. I don't know why he died. You know what? One death there, not so bad. We did get the boxes, yeah? Alright, I'm just gonna chalk that up to I'm not sure, and leave that alone for now. Would it be nice to not have a casualty? Sure, but sometimes just whoops. Let's see. I want to get prudence up. Could maybe succeed at that one. And these are dipping down. Honestly, I think what I might do is just do Ice Queen 2 more times and get out. I know I should probably start going for those higher tier ordeals, but a lot of my characters are very killable. I'm pretty sure THX... No. What was THX wearing? Ah. You. Well, it was at the very least wearing that. I don't actually know what weapon they had. I'll have to look at it. What I really need is more guns. And those have been shockingly few and far between. Hey, looks like we get out of here before any major disasters occur. Okay, maximum Clyfoth is 2. Non-escaping entity. Okay, world tree. Yeah, so except for the fact that this one likes to kidnap people and turn them into thought slaves, it's probably high up there in terms of entities I want to work with. Okay, let's just do Snow Queen one more time and then probably just bail. I'm just trying to go, I don't want to say maximum fast, but I'm just trying to get as much done and as much unlocked as possible. Because yeah, we can get through this. That's gonna, I don't even know when we're gonna do this one. We might actually have to start over and get a bunch of like tier 1 escapees and roll them instead. My goal for the most part is just going to be to gather as much info as I possibly can, and gear. And lob points, and other things. Okay, there we go. Let's just get out of here. I can do more things, but don't need to. I don't know how people play this normally without heavy mods. So we could get Papode. The day a ripe apple fell from the tree in the garden where the princess and the king stood, the witch's heart shattered. That's not a flower. Order all the employees to evacuate immediately. I'm trying to remember. I know there's one that we don't want. There's a couple that we don't want, and we're probably getting closer to actually getting them. That said, if I do get them, then I just start over from scratch. And actually, let me look it up. Okay, so copyright-wise, it's La Luna, which is 105, I believe. Which is none of these. Now let's go with the flower. It sounds like a terrible thing. Oh boy. Oh wait, no, this is a... Let's see. These are devices. This portrait captures a moment. It is what we are destined to lose. Or do you remember this melody? The professor used to play this song when the students were sleepy. Happy birthday. Literally makes itself into the safest place on earth. Let's go happy birthday. Did you know there's a cactus on your chaotic mess of a desk? It seems that an employee who wanted to become intimate with you put it there. If I were to give my personal input, I don't like cacti much. There could be various reasons for one to grow a plant. However, its vicious thorns are not something worth enduring, like those of a rose. It is not pleasing to the sight, nor does it produce valuable sap like a maple tree. I've also never seen one grow a flower bud. Well, you need to watch more cacti, because my cactus flowered like an absolute... It was down to pollinate, let me tell you. Anyway, theoretically, it would bloom in the right environment. That possibility is something I've never witnessed, as it may be that all cacti I have known spread their roots into barren soil. Do you believe the cactus will bear a flower? Might. You talk as if you've seen it yourself. Well, if you're so certain about it, then keep at it. Or keep it. This place doesn't even have sunlight, but who am I to stop you? If you're looking for Tifereth, she's at the middle layer meeting. I'm bad at holding conversations. I kind of miss the managers who are more talkative at times like this. Hey, there's something I wanted to ask. Have you noticed that someone's memory and emotion bleeds and seeps out of us? As you've seen, we act angry, feel happy, want things, and look sad, even though we're machines. We even have our own weaknesses. Why is that? What's inside of us? If something really is inside of us, then why? Why make something imperfect, planting weakness? I tried to find the answer, but I really couldn't get it. I'm sure you have that answer. Locked away somewhere in your memory. Maybe there's a reason why there has to be imperfection. We're machines, yet not machines. Not machines. Hey, are you two having fun without me? Tifreth, it's troublesome to have a conversation that's this fun. It appears it's time for another replacement. The cycle is getting shorter and shorter. Wait, did she break? Oh, she did. Her eyes have, like, spread out and are gray now. Or were they always gray? I'm not sure. But it can be rebuilt anytime we need, right? Well, it's still an asset to the corporation, so I prefer not to have it go to waste. Tifreth, perhaps we should explain it to the manager first. Huh? Why? I've told you, Tifreth, the human mind is a fragile thing. It's not capable enough to perceive the existence of beings like us in our wholeness. I mean, it's not that gross. It's nothing compared to, like, decapitating an employee or slicing open their torso with their guts spilling out. Humans are susceptible to the unknown. The scene doesn't always have to be graphic to break the mind. There's so much to be mindful of. Why can't they just replace managers with machines? We could simply replace them whenever they try to do something stupid, like how we replaced Tifreth. Tifreth, there are things only humans are able to take care of. The founder of Lobotomy Corporation must have a reason for assigning a human manager. Well then, off we go to storage. It's one of the few locations where the cognition filter is weakened. I know that place. Tifreth, what are you talking about? It's where we always go during work. I don't mean that. I remember what happened there last time. You do? That's great. Thank you for helping me like you always do. Okay. So keep your meltdowns low. Yeah, because her eyes are normally kind of a teal turquoise, not just gray. That's creepy. Okay, let's get the red bullet next. Because if I get the red bullet, that should make it a lot easier to face the noon anomaly. Okay. I have a lot of lobs. We have some more potential hires. I'm probably just going to ignore it for the time being. Oh, I didn't really check anybody's stat growth. Yeah, so Charlotte is almost a hundo. She could still use a little bit more, and Igor as well. These guys need some training. And how are they doing? Hey, Fortitude is up. Perfect. So we can have THX. He needs new equipment, doesn't he? Shoot. Oh wait, no, that's one of the equipables. I don't exactly remember what THX was wielding. That's the one unfortunate part. Might have been a face gun. Yeah, it looks like it might have been a face gun. And we don't want anything from there. I guess maybe from this direction. Alright. There's that. Okay, I think that's fine. How do we... There we go. Ego list. Okay, THX. You need... What do we got equipment-wise? Looks like we got to put him here. So the question is, what kind of weapon do we give him? Probably the gun. And we have a spare bear paws. Was he always in bear paws? Maybe? Maybe not. Okay. Somebody that's wearing something that is weak. Oh, actually, nobody's wearing the cherry blossom suit. It's fair. Do we want to get rid of the... yeah. Let's give him that. What kind of weapons do we have? I think we're all spoken for. We really got to get more. Unfortunately... Oh. Well, I mean, hopefully these two will actually have some new weapons. Plus, we got a new one that I'm going to have to deal with. Which, speaking of, we might actually want to get a fourth person down here. This is going to start getting really, really dicey. Let's see. Do we have any rank 5s? No. I could take THX down. They've got the lowest SP. Yeah, actually, let's do exactly that. Who do we move over? These guys are fine there. These guys are fine there. We need... somebody with a higher We might honestly just have to make some people, is the real answer. Okay, so we've done a little bit. Namely, I moved THX down here. Let's see, are they? Yeah, they got the face gun, I think the bear suit. Alright, who do we have? What? It's adorable. Which probably means it's incredibly deadly. And that's like a ballerina box, which I think I've seen before, but it could be wrong. Okay, which is the one? 05102. Passed by. There's a... It's probably unlikely. Unless it's like this sucker. No. Alright. So I don't think we have DO... 05102 or whatever. I think we just do not have that one. I also made Green Knight. I mean, I threw some points into him just so he could actually work all of these and get up there. Boy. Frost Queen is getting a lot of effort. I mean, she is by and far like the best bread and butter we've got. So, what are we doing? And how are we doing it? We gotta work on some of these. I'm probably gonna just chuck Storm in, even with a reduced success rate. 550. And yeah, we're probably gonna have to do a new ordeal. I don't think I have a choice on this one today. Wish I did. Do you have enough? No, you're only at 2. So here's the question. What is this thing? What do I don't know. Good luck, Charlotte. In fact, I probably should have started with these two, instead of even working the other ones. I don't know why I've been throwing insight in. I have yet to find anything that gets like violently mad over insight. But today might just be kind of a scuffed attempt. Is this based on time? Okay, so I'm just gonna leave them in for 3 minutes and we'll just see what happens. And we're just gonna try and get as much info on this thing as possible. And then we're gonna restart the day. Because most likely they're going to die after 3 minutes. Okay. It's loose and it's angry and I don't see where it is. Well, this is different. Oh. Hello. They do disc... Ah, shoot. Do any of you guys do white damage? Black, red, black again. They might just have to chill. Where'd it go, though? I don't see it. I don't know, we might just... Oh! Oh, it's this one. Okay, recovers SP. They're panicking. Eagery died. And Cripes. What? What happened? I don't get it. I have no idea which one was bad either. That's the problem. So, I think that fluff ball has some weird secret effects that makes it really hard to work with. Still, yeah, so all of my maid characters still exist. Okay, we're gonna start with this sucker. It escaped on insight, so let's do attachment. We're just gonna try and find whatever information we can find on this fluff ball. And then make it work. Unless this sucker just escapes constantly. And that's like its entire modus operandi. No one has seen its full form. Gets out of its containment unit. Our corporation may collapse. Oh! Okay. Well, considering the last time went really poorly. Oh. That's interesting. And I can't suppress it. I don't see where it is. So we specifically need somebody that works really slowly. And that might actually be the only issue with it. I guess we'll find out. I guess I'm just gonna wait until it comes back. It doesn't seem to be causing any major issues. But I also don't see where it is. Can I just wait it out? I don't know. Okay. It's gotta be somewhere, yeah? I mean, if it's got the dongly bit, then oh. Found it. Oh. Cripes, you are the spooky sucker. Alright, so we need a character with a gun. You don't have one. You don't have one. You have one. Okay, let's put this back to regular speed. Alright, let's see. Please don't get up close. Please don't get up close. Alright, looks like we're fine. Yeah, unfortunately, we don't know anything about this sucker. But we do know that we need somebody that is slow. Holy shit, this guy is weird and spooky. Okay. I think I get it. I think I understand. And yeah, I'll just kill it with bubbles. Alright. I mean, I guess we just wait. Random intern's gonna get killed by it. Yep. Or not intern, clerk. I really feel like you should be able to tell them to, like, go elsewhere. Alright, this is taking a egregious amount of time. Which one of you guys has a gun? They do. Here. Okay. So you're you. You want to pull... There we go. That should make this go faster. Alright. Well, it's been suppressed. We didn't have any major fatalities, but, okay. So in that case, we might want to move somebody that's incredibly slow down. Like Egg. Good luck, Egg. Okay, let's just... Is it still there? Oh yeah, it's just blinking. It looks a little horrifying from a distance. Its eyes, the blink animation is not working right. Egg is going, yeah? The other thing to note about this sucker is that it's not actually worth as many power boxes as I'd like it to be. Yeah, we're just here to find out as much information as we can. I wonder if you just need to have an absolutely terrible character that works with this guy. You know, somebody with just really, really low temperance. And that's just their shtick. The facility systems and the employees will be unable to detect it. Alright, yeah, already figured that one out. Alright, insight seems to be pretty good. Attachment, less good. Alright. So I'm just going to assume send Egg. Do not send Summer. Do not send Jonas. And as long as we don't have a bad outcome with this guy, I think it'll be okay. So I'll probably just switch things around and kind of mix it in. Then there's this one, which is a little worrying. We also don't have any characters with white damage down here. It's all red or black. So I might just ignore this for a while. Because I think the entire point is you're not supposed to over-listen to it. Well, let's just spend the first chunk of today just learning about it. We're not going to do anything else, and we'll probably just start over. Okay, let's see the other two. Fair enough. So, does respond okay to instinct if we want to train via that. I guess I'll check its escape info, though. I think we've already learned. I could just kind of ignore it at this point and say good enough. We'll just have to leave Egg here. Or we start the day over, move Egg. We've spent, like, next to no time. What was I doing? It was attachment. So in that case, we'll send in Storm. Let's see. Do we send in... No, we're trying to go for, like, absolute maximum value. More than anything else here. Okay. Send in Green Knight. And maxing these guys out. My neighbors have a new, even louder truck. That's fun. I don't know if you guys can hear that sort of thing. I hope you can't. Okay. Insight and Egg. Could throw in Jonas too, but I think Egg is just... Wow. Okay, that's bad. Any of you guys do white damage? Yes. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. But you do black damage. You do white. There we go. Much better. Hurts pretty bad, though. Let's see. Do you also do white? Yes. I think I just picked the wrong character. Didn't want to kill Green Knight right off the bat. That'd be embarrassing. There we go. Alright, bring him back. So whatever happened with Green Knight, do not send them back down with Yang. Who's not ready for that. This is going swimmingly. Oh, they just don't have a high enough sanity stat. That's gotta be it. They were getting a lot of failures too, so I guess it doesn't surprise me too much. Alright, insight. Oh. We should have enough. Good to know. Kind of evens out. Okay, insight. At least this way we see our potential chances. Which one of you guys has the sprout above your head, Storm? Okay, do we know more? We've got 11. I guess I'll get its basic info. We never actually finished the work with this guy. Oh gosh, actually, yeah, we did terrible. Is it because I pulled a team leader off? Maybe. I don't think I did. Okay. Who has more HP? Barely a difference. Oop. And you're melting down. Oh, man. This got messy. Alright, agents on the way. Don't have to worry too much. Just didn't see anything else melting down. Oh, hey, we're done with the Clouded Monk. Or, no, we're almost. One more, and we get the Clouded Monk. Coat is really good, actually. Look at that. Heavy red resistance. I need some tank characters that could potentially deal with the green noon anomaly, and I haven't been able to do that yet. Okay. Keep those in mind, but the rest of it is fine. Already done World Tree. I guess let's get those. Alright. Made the right decision. I'm pretty close, so non-escaping. We mostly just have to worry about it. Oh, we see its Clyfoth counter now. Yeah, now that we know it's Clyfoth counter, then things get a lot easier. And decent training. I can throw a THX in here and not have to worry too much about his prudence dropping. Because I still want to do training with some of these guys. At some point, we might want to reorganize people accordingly. I guess I should finish this. But not with Green Knight. Green Knight's sanity is too low. Whereas Green Knight seems to have come out of that one just fine. Chuck them in. Punishing Bird is just doing its thing. And we should probably chuck somebody in here. Glad SCMD. Okay. This might trigger the Dawn ordeal. No. We're going to want to kind of slow roll up to that one. Are we done with this? No. I'm going to wait. I'll finish the rest of that off for tomorrow. I still want to kind of get out. Oh, no, that's Punishing Bird. I still want to get out before noon if I can. Okay, half the energy needed. Everything is good. Let's throw in max. These things are great. Oh. None of that, you. There we go. Don't have to worry about... Oh. I thought it said World Tree. Or maybe it's the World Tree or the Parasite Tree, depending. I bet that's it. Its name changes accordingly. Oh. Oh, we do have enough for the Clouded Monk. Perfect. Alright, so let's read about this guy. Because his weapons are great. Doesn't look like we get to have many of them. The Ego Suit is more valuable than the Amida weapon, honestly. This abnormality was created with the ideas provided by the Tumblebug backer, Naljun. In the Redacted century, a monk named Redacted from the province of Redacted walked a path of Buddhism, seeking liberation and true enlightenment. He was on the road to his home country to spread his philosophy when he heard that an old monk was being cremated in a nearby town. He felt that he should go witness it. However, a man stopped him. "Excuse me, sir, there's a rumor that an evil spirit lingers in the town you're heading towards," the monk replied. "Evil spirits are naturally born from one's heart. How could I miss the cremation of a great monk simply because of a rumor that has been spread?" He then continued on his way to the town of Redacted. When the monk arrived, the people from all around the town were gathered in ceremony. They were gazing at the corpse of the old monk, chanting the name of Guan Xian. Guan Yin, Guan Yin, Guan Yin. The chant was born out of desperation for something they yearned for, rather than commemoration. The funeral pyre started crackling as it was fed with kindling. The sound of wooden percussion echoed, and the chanting grew louder and louder. Soon the crowd started buzzing with nervousness. Something's not right. The people were greatly disappointed by the amount of sarira that appeared. There were no more than 2 spoonfuls. Shocked, the people soon turned into an angry crowd. It makes no sense that such a great monk had such little sarira. Clearly it was lacking in his practice of asceticism. He must not have done many good deeds. The visiting monk was himself baffled. He was unfamiliar with such an obsession with sarira at a cremation, and even he was expecting the proper amount of sarira that a great monk would deserve. The monk spoke to a man behind him in the crowd. "How can they be so upset at such a sacred ceremony?" A slight distance away, a very old man in the crowd answered instead. "The poor and hungry yearn for miracles to save them. By how you're dressed, I guess that you're also on the path of a Buddhist. This event must have worried you." The monk responded in a slightly disturbed tone. "Sarira forms when a monk has bettered his body and spirit and reaches nirvana. It is a natural process and not to be artificially wanted. How can you call it a miracle?" The old man then burst into laughter. This monk was known well here for his good deeds. He shared his food with the hungry and clothes with those who were cold. However, as they say, it seems he was unable to reach true nirvana, as only 2 spoonfuls of sarira were found. He ended up being a miserable old monk who couldn't achieve nirvana, even though he was a well-respected man and known as a benevolent living saint. Do you think you will be any different? I have proudly practiced. They say a monk from the Temple of Redacted had earned more than 300 spoonfuls of sarira. Colorful lights sparkled across the sky as the crowd paid devout prayers at the cremation, and his sarira was round as pearls. The emperor himself ordered for 4 temples to be built in his name. The monk could not reply. But the creation of sarira is a natural process all go through. It is well known that Buddha's sarira was enough to fill a grand palace when he was cremated. One day your body shall fail and eventually lead you to the eternal heaven. Someday people will be there for your cremation, just like now. The monk was silent. If nothing is found in your ashes, you will be a sinner of the Trailokia, and your path will ultimately reach nowhere. However, if enough sarira are found from you that everyone looks on in awe, your name will be sung for generations. The emperor will be awestruck and build a huge temple in your name, and the people will chant while admiring the pagoda of that temple. This feeble old man is telling you all this because I can see you becoming one of the greatest monks. Listen, a few hours walk from here, there's a mound we call Redacted. Go up there and you'll see several old pagodas. Inside them are boxes of sarira from long-forgotten great monks. Why? They'll just return to the Why? They'll just return to the soil if nothing happens to them. But if you were to consume them, perhaps you'd display more sarira than Buddha himself. The monk then realized that the old man was suspicious and did not sound as an old man should. However, the old man was gone in a flash as he tried to catch a glimpse of his face. The monk concluded that it must have been a trick of the devil, and tried to forget what the old man had said, but the old man's voice lingered in his ears, even as he tried to sleep. The monk tossed and turned and couldn't fall asleep. He decided the best way to clear his mind was to go on a walk. As he walked, he somehow found himself among the pagodas the old man had mentioned. They were supposed to be a few hours' travel from where he had been staying. For a long while, only a chant of Ami Dewa Hir echoed around the pagodas. Excerpt from a folk tale of the province of Redacted. They say at night a mysterious sound can be heard around the pagodas and statues in the area of Redacted. It is said that the source of this sound is a preta, a demonic creature with long arms, claws, and an unnaturally big mouth. Some say this creature carries a shattered japamala. However, the exact details are unconfirmed. After this creature appears, people find that offered Sarira boxes are forcefully opened with their contents removed. Furthermore, monks who stay in this province must not sleep alone. They should also visit a nearby temple to receive a talisman that wards off evil spirits and ensure that they carry it at all times. This tale has become widespread across the region and has led to the tradition of chanting certain lines at pagodas where Sarira is stored when cremation takes place. The chant translates to this: "Are you a monk? Are you a monk? You are no longer a monk. A demon shall never reach heaven." This chant is orated to the monk who has not yet realized that he has become a demon. What the hell is Sarira? I've seen it go by a couple of times, and at this point I need to know. Sarira. Ah. Usually refers to pearl or crystal-like bead-shaped objects that are purportedly found amongst the cremated ashes of Buddhist spiritual masters. Huh. Interesting. I'm not going to read further into that because reasons, but still. Okay. Well, we've got a Dawn Anomaly coming momentarily. I'm just going to probably keep working on the Queen. And go from there. The bird is loose, but the bird is always loose. Okay, doubt. Oh, doubt. It's the machine monster. Tech type is red. Okay, do we have another one? Yes. And all of these guys should be fine. What about up here? Okay, so if it's up, that means we got an advantage. Fortunately, Newt has the most basic riot stick. It's not the greatest. How are these guys doing? The big issue with this group is they are very killable. But heavily resistant to red. Because these guys are not very killable, but weak to red. That should probably be fine. Oh, yeah. They're good. They're good. Hurt a bit. Okay, so this is the one group that I need to be worried about. On the plus side, they have big guns. Is that it? No, there's another one. Oh, that's Punishing Bird. There it is. Honestly, we can just chuck them all in. These guys are not a big deal. And I don't remember what Purple Noon was. Alright, there we go. We might be able to escape before it goes off, which would be a big plus. Okay, so we want to do attachment. I was doing Storm again. Insight. How badly do I need power? Because once again, I'm kind of enjoying getting to the end of the day with Qlipoth levels below X. We did suppress an abnormality, but I think we're going to just leave that for later. I think this one's going to have to wait until we've got a lot of anomalies that I can potentially suppress. Because, like, I might just go for broke at the end of the day at some point and just, like, beat the shit out of the punishing bird. Piss this guy off enough that we can take him out. We're not touching this one. We'll see. I mean, maybe it'll just kind of happen naturally. Though, usually when an anomaly escapes, I'm almost always in trouble. Yeah. Let's just go for the power. Because we do need the HP on these characters. SDMD could use it. Okay. And in retrospect, this guy is still worth a fair bit. There we go. And then the burb is just loose. Because, yeah, this should just get me a decent chunk of power. I'm probably at the point where I could do a new ordeal without too much worry. Oh. Holy shit. Okay, but apparently we have the records for this thing. Parasite tree. Smelling that scent for even just a moment makes my attachment for the tree blindly grow. I was very intuitive since my childhood, so I could sense that this artificial attachment was hazardous. Ever since then, I tried everything I could to avoid contact with the tree, making all kinds of excuses whenever I was assigned to work on it. Well, if you put it that way, just this once, okay? Geez, did that tree do something to you? My colleague's banter gets stuck in my ears. Did it do something? Yes, it did, and it scares me. A few days later, the same colleague has now become a staunch worker, wearing a constant smile on his face. I knew he's always been an optimistic person, but I couldn't help but feel uneasy, because his face seems strangely comfortable. Really? Do I seem content lately? Yeah, well, that's because the tree is helping me out, he answered lightheartedly. From my years of experience, I can say for certain that few people can smile so sincerely while working for this company. That means when someone keeps smiling at work, it's a sign that something went wrong. My suspicion immediately led me to report this behavior to my superior. The answer came sooner than I thought. It is said that I am to observe the abnormality myself and file an observation report because there have been several abnormal behaviors related to this tree which were identified in several other employees, not just the guy I reported. The order forced me to finally confront the tree that I had been avoiding as best as I could. I knew I couldn't pass it over to someone else this time. It was no longer a barren, naked tree that I saw the day it was imported. Instead, I saw a containment unit covered in grass that seemed to be sprawling around the tree, which was peculiar since there's no way grass can grow in a containment unit. This facility is completely inorganic. Hello, have you come to receive my blessing too? The moment I felt that something was wrong, a voice echoed in my head. It might not be fully done on this one, but I think we'll have to wait until one more. I could just chuck somebody in, or we can, or we can just work this Snow Queen like twice more. A little bit more. It's like 3 more times. Yeah, let's just get out before the danger. I realize that this is like not the best, but at the same time, I don't know. What else am I gonna do? Oh, and then we should probably mess with that, we should probably mess with that music box. Am I gonna have enough? I hope so. And yeah, I gotta keep an eye on that one. Because it's like this tree, but way more aggressive. Anything else? Not really, no. And one more. Okay. So I could potentially chuck somebody in for the parasite tree. 72%. Or we just be patient. Patience is a virtue. Oh, here we go. Let's work yin instead, because we only need 15, and we've got 2 more slots to do it. So in that case, I guess we could do this. Let's see. I don't think there's a whole lot of people with Sprout, so I'm going to just chuck in Charlotte and should be fine. And then we'll get out right before the noon ordeal. There's, like, pretty much after this point, we're going to have to do the ordeals. Or at least the noon ordeals. But the longer I can kind of forestall it, the less I feel like I'm going to have to... the less I feel like I will have to worry about dealing with it. You know, the better equipment I have, the better the characters. So on and so forth. There we go. Alright, parasite tree. We're gonna get the last one, and they're done. So, very decent armor. Very long range. So the crossbow hypocrisy. Because the hypocrisy set is solid. Red damage, 10 to 20. Speed is normal. Very long range. Super useful. This part is worrying. Secretes a contagious and highly fatal toxin. They need to immediately be removed to decontaminate the area. That's worrying. For a lot of reasons. But it's fine. As long as I'm paying attention, it shouldn't be like a big threat. Oh, no, we're not done. Okay, we are going to have to deal with the noon ordeal. I didn't even notice. It's 550, not 500 this time. Woo, boy. All right. I guess I'll just chuck Greenite in there, and this is gonna get fun. Oh, no. Oh, no. Purple Noon. We've only seen it once. And I had completely forgotten about it. Alright, whatever. At least I don't have to read any of the dialogue. And we mostly know what we need to know. Was this the day where this sucker escaped? I think it was. Cripes. Well, at least I can retry the day and I know what to do. And I know be very afraid of Purple Noon. I mean, be very afraid. It's actually probably not that big of a deal. I just need to know about it.